J. Edgar Hoover, the infamous father of the FBI who worked as the director for almost 50 years, used his position to not only dig up dirt on every politician he could think of in order to blackmail them into cooperating with him, but he also used the FBI to influence various television shows as well. It was only after Hoover's death that in 1972, the depths of his corruption of blackmailing operations were discovered. Shortly after he died, his loyal aides destroyed 35 file cabinets full of secret documents, but some were missed and later were made public to show just how far Hoover went to get his way, not only in Washington, but in Hollywood as well. In the early 1970s, after he learned that Jane Fonda was planning on starring in a film titled Clute, which was about a prostitute who helped a detective solve a mystery, he set out to have the FBI removed from the film entirely. One declassified document shows that he wrote, quote, "Certainly I don't want any reference to the FBI in any picture in which this tramp Jane Fonda appears." Hoover and the establishment didn't like Jane Fonda because she was a major celebrity against the Vietnam War. Hoover had various films killed or the scripts changed in order to prevent the FBI from being portrayed in a negative light. For example, John Wayne was supposed to star in a television series titled The FBI, which ran from 1965 to 1974, but because he was a member of the John Birch Society, Hoover pulled some strings and had him removed from the project. The John Birch Society is known for its anti-New World Order literature and political activism, so of course Hoover hated them since they were a threat to the establishment. Hoover also targeted anti-war musicians in his day like Jimi Hendrix, Janis Joplin, and especially John Lennon of the Beatles, who was one of the primary faces of the anti-Vietnam War activism. Hoover was also concerned that John Lennon's criticism of the war threatened President Richard Nixon's re-election efforts and attempted to have him deported from the United States because of a marijuana possession charge. Hoover was also a closet homosexual who hired his longtime boyfriend, Clyde Tolson, to be the associate director of the FBI, second in command under Hoover himself. Hoover also oversaw the FBI's COINTELPRO program, which was a sinister, highly illegal, covert program that was designed to neutralize groups and individuals in the United States who were seen as subversive or a threat to the establishment. Threats like Martin Luther King, who was targeted by COINTELPRO agents who illegally wiretapped him, harassed and threatened him and his family, along with other leaders of the civil rights movement of the 1960s. Smear campaigns were launched with forged letters sent to activist wives claiming that their husbands were cheating on them, and some were even framed for crimes they didn't commit. Hoover directed agents to, quote, expose, disrupt, misdirect, discredit, or otherwise neutralize the leaders and the activities of civil rights and anti-war groups. COINTELPRO was said to have been shut down in 1971 after it was publicly exposed, but it's absurd to think that such activities still don't occur to this day. The FBI historians openly admit many of J. Edgar Hoover's corrupt and criminal activities, but of course they say that's all in the past and claim that the agency has cleaned up its act. But we all know that with today's advanced technology, COINTELPRO type of activities can be easily carried out with little chance of detection. One of the many revelations by Edward Snowden, the NSA whistleblower, was that the U.S. intelligence agencies still work to defame and tarnish the reputations of people through tactics like online impersonation, spoofing their emails and text messages, and attributing fabricated statements to them on the internet. I'm Mark Dice. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to my YouTube channel here if you're new. Check out some of the previous videos in the playlist, and check out my new book, The Illuminati in Hollywood. Get it in paperback on Amazon.com. Download it onto your tablet or your e-reading device, and stay tuned. More videos coming soon.